Money man in the thing of a T and playing no games. Should already know my name when I speak NCC flame. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like, subscribing, everything in between. You already know. Money man. You already know I have it.
From 2 to 12, but I'm one in the flesh. Whole league shook, I apply that pressure. Prize my pops, but I made my way. Cleveland cold, but I bring the flame. AP watch on my wrist like time talk. Chains on me, dance when I sidewalk. Pressure make diamonds, now I'm set. Legend in motion, I ain't peaked yet. Legendary, yeah. Legendary, yeah. Drop it dimes, came from the mud, now I'm ready. Legendary, talk to him. Legendary, let's ride. Talk, chain on froze, but the fire won't die. QB1, that's me in the sky, I'm legendary. Yeah. Watch me fly, watch me fly, watch me fly. That's me fly. Helen. Watch me fly, watch me fly. Y'all still think I'm just Prime's kid. Check the stats on what legendary is. From HBCU nights to the league's big stage. I ain't skip steps, I embrace the cake. Perfect timing, I love is grind. Wrote my name in the stars, now it's signed. Every down, every snap, I pray. Cause I know legends get crowned on game day. Legendary, yeah. Legendary, yeah. Dropping dimes, came from the mud, now I'm ready. Legendary, talk to him. Legendary, let's ride. Chain on froze, but the fire won't die. QB1, that's me in the sky. I'm legendary. Watch me fly, watch me fly, watch me fly,
Yep.
watch me fly.
Yep. We're going home. Like, subscribe, and share. Cause I'm telling y'all, I'm back in this thing. I'm back. I'm back. We back. Year 2, Shedeur, we gonna talk about it. Y'all need to hit that like button. Subscribe and share.
12 on my back, cold in my veins, cold in my chains, fire in my brain.
What's going on?
This ain't hype, it's divine.
Everybody gotta get in here.
Legendary, now it's my time. Legendary.
What y'all got going on? Y'all like their view? Y'all like their view? What up? What up? Year 2. Year 2. Money man. Money man. We ain't even got past year 1 yet. But guess what? Cause we gotta start looking at year 2 already. And I'm telling you, they doing our boy dirty. They doing our boy dirty. Shoo. Hey, I'm learning this thing right here, man. I'm learning this thing right here. I'm trying to let everybody get in here. I know it. Everybody probably out. Everybody ate a barbecue still late at night. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna keep it rolling. I need y'all to like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friend about the Money Man. You already know we got the Cash App down there. Join the membership. I'm about to set it up to enter another Shedeur Sanders jersey giveaway. Will be announced sometime. I ain't gonna say soon. It will be announced sometime. Sometime it will be announced. Let's go ahead and bring this thing up right here. Let me do this one. Let me do that one right there. Boom. I know how to work it now. I know how to work it now. What's going on? Say more. Dog pound in his house. Let ride. Year 2 for the 2026 NFL season. Shedeur Sanders standing with the Browns appears uncertain. Here's the current picture we about to go over, man. Y'all already know. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Let me look y'all in the eye when I say that. I'm going to tell y'all right now. This ain't nothing but speculation. But we got to start looking at year 2 for Shedeur because this season, depending on what he's doing in the training camp, and depends on when you watching this video in the future, we got to understand that we ain't went to training camp yet. We ain't been through no preseason yet, and he ain't played not one NFL game or snap yet. But the way they treating him and the way they going about it, we need to start looking at year 2 already. So that's what we about to do in this thing. I'm telling you. This is what we about to do. Dang, I hit the wrong button. I was doing good. GG. I was doing good. Hold on. Here you go. There you go, right there. There it is, right there. Let's ride. Number 1, Browns eyeing a new quarterback in 2026. Y'all already know it's been speculation articles coming out left and right talking about Shedeur Sanders is out of there, including Dylan Gabriel, because the Cleveland Browns are looking for a quarterback in the 2026 draft. Multiple early 2026 mock drafts suggest Cleveland will use one of the 2 first-round picks to select another quarterback. Cade from Clemson or Indiana's. For some reason, they got his name up here. That is ridiculous. These mocks reinforce the notion that Sanders is on notice. The Browns want long-term quarterback stability irrespective of his rookie performance. Hit that like button. And I'm telling y'all, this is still just speculation. Like I said, we ain't had no training camp yet, no preseason game yet, and he ain't played a snap in the NFL yet. But we got to start looking at it right now. So Sanders depth chart status, we all know. I done told y'all before. How can you have a depth chart when you ain't have no number 1 quarterback? If it's a quarterback competition, it ain't no 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's an open competition. So everybody could win, supposedly. That's what we hearing. You know what I'm saying? So right now, he began 2025 4th on the depth chart behind Flacco, Pickett, and Gabriel. Depends on who you asking. Coaches are taking a development route, limiting his reps and OTAs and minicamp to build foundational skills before rushing him into competition. Roster speculation and cut talk. His 5th round position and upside of late round quarterbacks being low have promoted predictions he may be cut following year 1 to make way for a 2026 draft quarterback. However, there's still an opportunity if Sanders shows he can compete. His accuracy and maturity could earn a backup role or even a shot at the starting job longer term. Now, I don't know. Well, I do know. Take that back. I do know. They ain't cutting Shedeur. If anything, they would trade him if they, for some reason, thinking about getting a quarterback in next year's draft, which is still unbelievable to me when these boys ain't even put up half the numbers Shedeur done put up. And like B. Watt said, he don't even think they better than Dylan Gabriel. But hey, it is what it is. What must happen in 2025 to make year 2 sustainable? He'll need to do the following during the 2025 season. Impress during training camp and preseason, earning more first-team reps, demonstrate marked improvement over competition like Gabriel or Pickett, show tangible growth in decision-making, pocket presence, and play under pressure. Now, with that being said, he still got to get the opportunity. If he can't get the opportunity to run with the first team, then he ain't going to be able to do none of that. To demonstrate he improved better than Gabriel and Pickett if they still getting the first team reps. But I already done told y'all. But if you're new here, I done said Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett running with the first team because they don't know the plays. They getting all the reps in minicamp and OTAs because they are really the only 2 in the competition as far as which one gonna stay on the team and which one gonna get traded. But we already know the way Andrew Berry track record have been going, they really don't trade or get rid of their rookies. That's why I said Shedeur ain't getting cut, Dylan Gabriel ain't getting cut. One of them could get traded, but I think the more trade piece is Kenny Pickett because he's already on the bubble. He done been in the league going on 4 years already. They declined his 5th-year option because he was a first rounder. They declined it. That should tell you a lot. That should tell you a lot because basically he on a 1-year contract and he on a prove-it year to where he might get a contract extension, but it's clearly, I don't see why would it be with the Browns as far as the starter, but it's clearly that they see something we don't. But I looked at the film and it's ridiculous that they even consider this dude being the first quarterback to start. Ridiculous. Outlook for year 2, 2026. I'll get to y'all comments in a minute. Hold on. Browns draft a first-round quarterback in 2026. Outcome: Sanders likely kept as a veteran backup. Cuts possible if roster tight. No quarterback drafted or QB poached by another team. Sanders could remain in the mix, competing for roster spot or backup role. Sanders breaks out in 2025. He may sway team into returning him as part of the 2026 plans. That's what we hoping, and that's probably what we even think, what we even know gonna happen, because they building that new stadium. They need a marketable brand type player that attract all the attention, that bring in all that revenue, so they can get the best return on investment with a 5th-round quarterback that they paying $4.6 million. The bottom line: clear sign, warning sign, Cleveland pursuit of a top 10 quarterback, and mock draft trends suggest Sanders has a narrow window. Still alive. A strong rookie campaign demonstration could keep him on the roster, even if not as a starter. Pivot point: training camp and regular season in 2025 are pivotal. Performance there largely decides whether he's part of Cleveland's future beyond year 2. Bruh. I can't even believe I'm doing this, bro. But we got to. Let me shout out y'all. We done broke down the little beginning. DAJH, let's go. Val C, hey, how you doing? David, Pascal, what's going on? Addicted to shop. Go subscribe right now. Sell more. Already said we in the dog. His house. Hey, KD, you find all that lick? I'm just playing with you. Sell more. Mir Robinson, where you at? You ain't sent me no information today. Salima Johnson, how you doing? Year 2? Yep, we already on it. Smash that like button. Losing is a spirit. You got to get it out, root and stem. You're right, DJ. You're right. The fans have been said the QB race is not a competition. He doesn't plan on playing 12 right away. We already know that. That's why I said we need to start looking at year 2, because he probably gonna get the majority in year 2. Miss Evelyn, good evening. Good evening, Miss Evelyn. You ain't gotta you spelled no right that time, but you ain't gotta put a space right now. Just put it all in one word. What's happening? How you doing? Hope y'all enjoying y'all 4th of July. Stephenson fans don't want to be the coach in Cleveland much longer. Hey, I think they give him a whole nother year. That's just my opinion. They only doing it because they don't think Shedeur can play against the top teams. They don't think Dylan Gabriel can neither. That's why they trying to put Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett out there to run with the first string, which makes no sense. Put them in that fire, but it is what it is. I'm only rooted and grounded in the Lord. Jesus Christ is the real Messiah of Nazareth, and can anything clean house come out of Nazareth is the hood people. What? Can anything clean come out of Nazareth is the hood people. I'll leave that alone, man. So they might well keep him for their 1 year then also. What you mean? Good evening, BD. Evening, peeps. Hey, Miss Smith, how you doing? 1.6 million is a coded number. Number 7. What that mean? 1.6 million. Good evening, Gretchen. I'm going through Simply Sarah. How you doing? What y'all got going on tonight? We're going to get back into it in a minute. I'm just welcoming all of y'all in. You know, I'm trying to learn how to use this new platform. The GM, my head coach, said should have been fired already. They must be out of their minds. It's just nonsense on top of more nonsense. Haters going to hate. But 12 is QB1, bringing in all that media money now. He been bringing that in, bro. So when they said Shedeur Sanders on that draft stage, He outworked that 4.6 million already. They done made buku money off him. Back to Addicted. Y'all go subscribe to her channel, man. All your fashion and nurse needs right there. We need to get that channel over 1,000. I need y'all to go subscribe right now. Or write it down and subscribe later. Yeah, help me out. Support. Miss Evelyn. No space, Miss Evelyn. One more time. Yolanda, how you doing? I ain't being mean today. Jamel, NC checking in. CMO Cleveland can be hood if we need to. Oh, KD. Where you at? What barbecue y'all at? Do not mess with God people. Nah, I done said that before. You can't mess with blessed folk. Blessed folk. When folk touched by God and blessed by him, you cannot mess with them. It don't matter what you try to do, they will always prevail. Especially if they mean good and they ain't did nothing to nobody. Come on now. I'm telling you. Getting ridiculous. Let's jump back into it. We already did the overview, so now what I want to talk to y'all about now. I know I probably wasn't gonna get that many views, but I got to keep it going. What happens if Shedeur becomes the starter and it's the franchise quarterback fit for 2026 and moving forward? It's supposed to be in QB1. But hey, they're what we expecting right here. Tribe of Judah. Yup. Hey. It's what we expecting right here. If Shedeur Sanders become the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns in 2026 and he proves he's the franchise QB, it would be one of the most impactful turnarounds in recent history. Here's a detailed breakdown of what would happen and how it would reshape Browns and Shedeur's career. Immediate impact, franchise identity shift. That's what they need. Browns ain't never had no identity. They ain't never had no identity since Jim Brown. It's ridiculous. Shedeur will instantly become the face of the franchise, especially with the media presence of Deion Sanders and the existing NIL/brand media brand. Browns would pivot away from Deshaun Watson era and other quarterback experiment, Pickett, Gabriel, etc. Deshaun already gone. Organizational stability. This what the Browns ain't never had in over 30 years. Organizational stability. For the first time in decades, the Browns will have a homegrown, dynamic quarterback who brings leadership, youth, and upside. GM Andrew Berry and Coach Kevin Stefanski will earn major credit for developing Shedeur. That's what they're not doing. This is what they ain't been doing since they've been there. Developing a quarterback. They always trying to find a finished product. So why you wanna draft another quarterback in the top 10 with a first round pick and have to do the same thing you doing this year with two rookies, and you're gonna have to do the same thing again with the next rookie you draft. And then if you draft a quarterback in the top 10, you better trade Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel and just wipe the slate clean and get that boy all the 5. Let him jump in there if you're gonna do that. Just go ahead and get Shedeur out there circus. Makes no sense, man. Hit that like button. Let's ride. Contract control and cap benefits. Since Shedeur is on a cheap rookie deal, 5th round pick, the Browns would get incredible quarterback value through 2028. That will free up cap space to build a stacked roster around him, wide receiver, online, defense, etc. This is what I said in my video that I uploaded this morning. If y'all ain't watched that video, I suggest y'all go watch that collateral collusion video. We did that live like a week ago or some change like that. And I was explaining about the contract, how the GM said they got Shedeur at a steep discount, and for the next 4 years, if he turned out to be a hit, a star like we suspect, they got him at a cheap rookie deal that gets incredible quarterback value through 2028. And I told y'all, collateral collusion. Shedeur's career trajectory skyrockets. NFL starter. He'll be compared to Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts, but with a media brand and marketing presence that rivals Patrick Mahomes. With a breakout season, he'll be in the Pro Bowl, MVP, and All-Pro conversation by 2027. I told y'all that media brand and marketing presence, that's what they can't control. That's why he a threat. They always charge for training camp. Yeah, the Brown charging for training camp like hot cake yesterday. How much was it? Yeah, how much was it? Cause that's my first time ever seeing. That's my first time ever seeing they charge for training camp tickets. Jamel, what's a stronger AI? ChatGPT or Perplexity? I ain't been on Perplexity like that. I'm on ChatGPT right now. They're what I'm paying for and I'm using. It's amazing to me. A lot of things. Money man, what up, bro? What's going on, Patrick? I'm just looking at my stuff right now. All right, endorsements and branding. Think Nike, Beats, Gatorade, maybe even Prime Plus should do a brand collab. They already doing this. He already got all these. His NIL background and pilot media skill give him a unique marketing edge. He got even more than that. He got KFC, Delta. He got a whole bunch of other brands. You know he own too. Prime Equity. If y'all went in here for that live, we broke down Shedeur saying that the owner saying Shedeur starting already. That wasn't saying that Shedeur was gonna start week 1 or week 2 or week 3. I was saying the way it's set up that he's saying Shedeur, like you just said right there, Chantel, Jimmy not letting Shedeur go. Jimmy not letting Shedeur go. And I'm telling you, he a moneymaker. Like if y'all was in here when I played that clip of the owner talking, I might have to play it again. When he was talking about that new stadium they building, no. He gearing up. Shedeur effect for sure. Yup. He gearing up. He gearing up for having all these different events coming to Cleveland now. WrestleMania, Final Four, the Super Bowl, all the other different event concerts, mega events that they weren't able to get in the other stadium because it was open time of the year, it was too cold, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to have a star. That is the Cleveland Browns stadium. So you gotta pack it up with your main source of income. Cause you still might not get none of that other stuff, but you know you're gonna have the team playing now. So why better not to have your franchise quarterback already re-signed to a long-term deal, at least 4-5 years again, going into that new facility, that new stadium. They're gonna be looking crazy if they build it exactly like that. Why not have? And then Shedeur could be potentially had that prime equity. Y'all had to go watch that video when I break it up to understand what prime equity is. So that basically my word that we done created on here, prime equity. If Shedeur wins and thrives, the prime equity theory that teams benefit on and off the field by buying into the prime brand would be validated in real time. Ticket sales, national TV games, jersey sales, and social media buzz would all explode. If y'all didn't, a brief little explanation and definition of prime equity, basically, Shedeur could leverage his media presence based on views, how many he get during the season or during the year, that he can get paid from his media presence, plus any other media stuff, like even speaking after the game or doing interviews. It wouldn't just be written up where he had to do it mandatory, but he could do it and get paid based on where he put the prime equity that he would put inside the contract. Y'all got that? I know I'm talking a little fast. Money man, the legend, and the MILF. I ain't no MILF, boy. I ain't no MILF, Sydney. Excuse me. I ain't no MILF, Sydney. I'm here in the flesh. Shedeur sell a ticket to put butts on them seats for the stadium. I bet you Kevin and Andrew would be going before Shedeur. They would. But like I said then, if they get rid of them, they got to bring in a coach that actually going to play them. And, you know, the owner going to have to say, or the new coach going to say, this is who we believe in. This is who we going with. This is his. All this quarterback competition, we don't know. That bring a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. And then now, like, when a guy knows his, he can focus better. But you already know they saying it's an open competition, but it is what it is. NFL-wide ripple effect. The collusion narrative flips. Media will revisit the 2025 draft slide and rumors of league-wide hesitancy towards Shedeur and his dad's influence. If he wins, the narrative becomes the league underestimated him because of Prime's involvement. That'll be true too. That would be a whole lot true. Black quarterback pipeline change. Shedeur success would further open the door for competent, brand savvy, dual threat quarterbacks with a powerful family / media backing. That'll have to be another NFL son, great player, NFL son that coming into the league. That's what I would think. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of players that be coming in the league, like I'm just gonna use Cam Ward for example. Cam Ward for example. They don't have that. They don't have that brand savvy and a powerful family with a media backing. He ain't got none of that. That's why they see Shedeur as a threat. That's why they see Shedeur as a threat. It would inspire more black quarterbacks and father like trying to keep control over their own path. That's what Caleb Williams' daddy was trying to do. The Bears quarterback, Caleb Williams, he got drafted #1 overall. His dad was trying to do that to keep control over their path, but they not a powerful family with a media backing, and he ain't Coach Prime. So that's why they swept all what he said under the rug. Cause like you ain't got no power, you ain't got no voice to make a difference, to change stuff to where people gonna move when you talk. That's why they was scared of Deion and scared of Shedeur right now. Shifting how NFL evaluate quarterback, the sense of a late round quarterback with NIL power and media savvy would change scouting priorities. Teams would begin valuing off-field leadership and brand building alongside arm talent and tape. That's what the NFL don't do now. They so caught up on we want to control the narrative and control their brand because that we paying them, so we want to control all of that. That's another reason why they don't like Shedeur, because he got his own brand before outside of the NFL. And like I heard the other day on Thursday from some other coaches, they were like, "You're not bigger than the Shield." But when you come in already bigger than the Shield, that's where you get the collusion. So, hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. They feel Prime, yup. Shedeur well off media. CP is the threat. Who is CP? Go Prime would turn this team around for sure. He would, but that's what they were scared of too. Pat Shermer or Brian Leftwich could be great choices to step in the head coach and general manager. Coach Prime, that move in the NFL might be as a part owner smile. I don't know about that. What's going on for them? I don't know about that. I don't know about that dollar bills. I don't know about that. Because already they don't even like Deion now. They ain't about to let him be no part on it. And you already see what they doing. They giving minority stakes in ownership. They ain't giving majority. I need a black majority owner on one of these teams. I guarantee you he'll take Shedeur and play him. I pay attention to all these so-called celebrity characters and millionaire retired players all on screw tube getting paid by donations of suckers and a screw tube check. Why? Hey man, I don't know what you talking about, man. I don't know what you referring to, Coach Prime. There it is. Y'all hit that like button, let's ride. I got a lot for y'all tonight. Got 58 in here, 34. Should have went live when B White went live. Dead moan. Appreciate y'all for coming though. What the Browns do next? 2026 Shedeur win starting job. Browns build offense around him. Receiving one offensive OC tailored to him. This what I think they need to do anyway. Don't draft another quarterback. Build the offense. Get a receiver and an offensive line with the first 2 picks. If you don't want to get a receiver, get an offensive lineman. Trade one of them first-round picks to get another pick in 2027 and get Jeremiah Smith. 2027 extension talks begin early if he thrives. Think 4 to 5 year deal, 45 mil plus per year. I just said that. I just said it'll be a 4 to 5 year deal, but then they got 45 million plus. Somebody multiply that real quick. What did you say? 5 times 45. What is that? I can't add. What is that? 25. What is that? Then carry the 2. Then 5 times 4 is 20. 220 million. 225 million. They're almost with Deshaun Watson getting, ain't? I told you. I told y'all why my collateral collusion video. I said if you paid that man 40 million in the first round, you were gonna have to pay him 230 million, and he was gonna ask for a guaranteed contract when it re-up came. I said that in my video. 2028, Brown viewed as a top AFC team. Shedeur becomes face of NFL next gen marketing. That's where the NFL is lacking at right now. They trying to control the players and have their brand under the NFL blanket instead of capitalizing off the player brand that he already got. That's why they see Shedeur as a threat, because now he can create another avenue and another stream for the athletes to where they don't need the NFL and they don't need all the NFL money when they getting blackballed, colluded against, not fully guaranteed contracts. They can have their own brand making up the money that they didn't get in a contract. And this would last longer than an NFL check would. There it is, BD, 225 million. Y'all get what I'm saying? With W12 in the chat, you understand what I'm saying? Deshaun took the money. He took the money and blew the bag. That's why we in this situation now. Just think about it, Deshaun Watson would have played good. Just think about it. They would have had way more guaranteed contract. Y'all following me? That's what I'm saying. Y'all know I break this thing down real deep. Y'all know I break this thing down real deep. That fat boy fresh. What going on? Where we was at? 2029, 2030. Then when the stadium's supposed to be done, 2029. Long-term playoff contender status is surrounded by right weapons and protection. That's why I said, if you take that first round pick next year and you draft a lineman and you trade the other one, if you don't want to draft a receiver next year, you take that other first round pick, trade it for a 2027 early round pick, just like you did with get Travis Hunter, because you could have had Travis Hunter already, then you would have saw the receiver problem. But since you want to try to get Jeremiah Smith in 2027, go ahead and trade one of them picks. That's who I go after. That's why I keep saying their name. I don't know what the Browns gonna do because their organization is weird. And y'all know they got that losing mentality, so we don't know what they're gonna do. But me, I'm just speaking for myself, what I would do if I were the general manager of the Cleveland Browns. I would draft me a lineman in the first round and trade one of them first round picks for 2027 so I can get the best receiver coming out next year in 2027 draft. Legacy implication. Deion Sanders become one of the few football legends to produce a superstar NFL son who also changed the game in his own way. Shedeur's legacy could become the first NIL era college quarterback to prove his worth in the NFL and carry a franchise. Could be compared to Mahomes, Hurts, Lamar, but with the prime swagger and pressure. That's where he differs from Cam Ward. That's why I don't like when people say, well, Cam Ward black, he was the first round pick. You can't use racism or defamation, or not defamation, discrimination. You can't use that. Yeah, I can. It just ain't the skin color. You got to look at the whole totality of the situation. Final thought. If Shedeur becomes the starter and franchise quarterback in 2026, it's a redemption arc for Shedeur, a brand shift for the Browns, and a blueprint for the future athletes raised in the media/NIL era. That's where the NFL, that's where they fearing too. That's where a blueprint for future athletes raised in the media/NIL era. That's where the NFL is scared because these players getting that money before they come to college, before they come to the NFL, they're getting the money in college. When the last time you've been playing college football for free? They were sneaking getting paid, but they weren't getting paid millions. They were getting paid maybe a couple hundred to thousands of dollars under the table, you know, back in the day. Wasn't too long ago. But now, the top tier boys getting all the NIL money. Shedeur had $4.8 million worth, $5 million worth of NIL. He getting paid 4.6 with his NFL contract over the next 4 years. Shedeur making 4.8 in 1 year with NIL. Each year. I told you I ain't bring it. I said that when you was in the shower. I ain't know you wanted to eat again. A blueprint for future athlete. Where I was at. I met me up. GG. Yup, he was already the high paid NIL QB in college. Yup. He was on their own ranked top. Brown copy. Hastings got ties to Tennessee. What you mean? I don't even know who that is. The Browns are fools that they reject Santa stimulus plan. You know what I'm saying? That before. Check out stadium be coming in 20. They said 2029 on the video. We are the Browns. We the Browns are going to the Super Bowl and win. Mark the day, y'all. I stand firm, 10 toes down, always be. What you talking about? This year? This year, Miss Evelyn? Can't tell what you saying. They worried about the schedule. They played the Bengals, Ravens, Steelers twice, so they might as well play Shedeur, get him used to their defense. That's what I'm saying. Like they so worried about how hectic the schedule is in the beginning. Like you play these teams every year, y'all in the same division. You know what to expect. If y'all can't beat them, then you need to make the team better. They're ridiculous. Arrogant said arrogant. The NFL need to pay Sanders his money. If his last name was Manning, this nonsense wouldn't even be a discussion. Let Dollar Bill. Let's wait the Arch Manning come out. Come back to me. I want to start talking about him too. Come back when Arch Manning about to come out. He ain't coming out next year. He's gonna come out in 2027. He's gonna get cut. Now he the highest paid quarterback in the college in the NIL money. He was already getting like $3 million as a backup. What do you think he gonna get if he's the starter? And plus, if he start throwing for 4,000 yards or 3,000 and run for another 600, 700 and take Texas to the national championship, hell, even the college football playoffs, he gonna get 5, 8, 7, 10 million. Why would you leave? That's for 1 year. That's why I said y'all gotta look at the whole totality. Shedeur getting 4.6 million over 4 years. Not in one. He was getting 4.85 million in 1 year in college. Come on now. That's why Carson Beck went down to Miami. One man Shedeur had all that in the offer. Yup. You right, Bills. Shedeur Sanders can go on the brain to clown the Super Bowl. Coded numbers. Say so saying Jim Brown, 62, 66. I don't know what all the number mean. They popping firework. No, the Titans. I don't mean what you said, Katie. Like the stimulus packet for the Browns. Good one. It don't matter if the schedule tough. They in the NFL. They the 1% that made it. You a grown man. I don't care who you play. You supposed to go out there and compete. Don't write your team off because y'all sorry or you think y'all sorry. Make a better team. Quit making excuses. They got them big fireworks out there. Get Jordan Seaton and Jeremiah Spin. That's 2027. Hey, 2027 draft gonna be loaded. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Jim Hadley, KD, you got to type the whole thing over. Titan Stadium going to look better though. I ain't even looking at the Titan. I don't even know what they stadium gonna look like. I'll look it up. Can they trade Deshaun and renegotiate Shedeur after his first year? Nah, they not gonna negotiate Shedeur contract next year. The only way they do that if he win the Super Bowl, like me Evelyn talking about. If Shedeur lead the Browns to the Super Bowl and win this year, that's the only way they're gonna renegotiate his contract. Because he probably gonna demand that he renegotiate his contract. If he win the Super Bowl for the Browns this year, it got to be this year though. If he do it next year or the third year, they were gonna renegotiate anyway. The third year, if he make it to that point or get them even to the AFC Championship. But if he win the Super Bowl, he definitely got a case to renegotiate after this year. But trade Deshaun, they're gonna have to either restructure Deshaun contract next year or try to trade him. But like I said, they're gonna have to pay at least 60, 50, 55, 60, 65% of that money that they owe him to trade him to another team before somebody even think about getting him. Because he's gonna end up being a backup whoever you go to, and they ain't gonna want to pay him no $80 million. Yeah, Robert. Y'all were laughing at what I said earlier. They're already predicting that Manning going to win the Heisman and number one pick. Watch how the referee called Texas game. You might be right. The Browns always give excuses year after year. That's what I don't understand. Chantel, it's like, I know you're a Brown fan, or you just said you like Denzel Ward. And I forgot whoever else you said. But every year the Browns make an excuse to lose. But the Cowboy fans always make an excuse why they gonna win. And they lose. I don't understand it. But the reverse psychology ain't working on y'all. Every NFL team has a puncher's chance to win. They sure do. That's why they won. They in the league. You're right. Don't nobody want Deshaun. Not with that contract. He might be out the league for real after this. For real. Let me go ahead and get back where we at. All right. Now we transitioning. Let's just say we already know this ain't gonna happen. But being with the Browns, who knows? What happens if Shedeur does not become the starter in 2026 and Browns draft a quarterback in the NFL in 2026 NFL draft? If Shedeur does not become the starter in 2026 and the Cleveland Browns draft a new quarterback in 2026 NFL draft, the consequences would be significant for both Sanders' career and the Brown organization. What it means for the Browns. Browns are officially moving on. Drafting a quarterback in 2026 means the team no longer believes Shedeur is a valuable long-term option, especially if it's a first or second round pick. That rookie would get all the developmental resources and media attention. I don't think he's gonna get all the media attention, but he sure no gonna get development resources because they ain't even doing Shedeur like that now. It likely signals Shedeur will outperform by quarterback like Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, or even advance past third string status, or never advance past third string status. We already know training camp going to determine that right now. Return to quarterback instability. If they draft yet another quarterback in 2026, the Browns are continuing their cycle of quarterback turnover. Fans and analysts will criticize the franchise for poor quarterback development and wasting picks. If the new rookie fails to, the Browns front office and coaching staff could face job pressure or overhaul. That's why I say it's still a possibility that they could get rid of Kevin and Andrew Berry and bring in a new regime that use these two draft picks however they think would be necessary. But at the same time, the fans and analysts will criticize the franchise for poor quarterback development and wasting picks. Drafting another quarterback in 2026 draft, you just drafted two in 2025, that wasting picks. Because you just wasted 3 fifth round picks. You wasted 3 fifth round picks already in 2025. You used one to draft Shedeur. You use 2 to trade up to draft Shedeur, and you traded 1 for Kenny Pickett. When they could have got a receiver, an offensive lineman, or two receivers and 2 more offensive linemen. Just think about that. Just to try them boys out. Because you could have struck gold on one of them linemen. You know, some of them linemen don't go that high, but they be real good. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what y'all talking about. Favorite player 21. Yup, I told you. Them Cowboys fan holler Super Bowl every year. I don't know what's going wrong with these Cleveland folk. They don't believe. They need Deion's shirt. I believe. They need Deion's shirt. No Cowboy slander, homie. Hey, look. It is what it is. It's talking about they gonna win Super Bowl every year. I'm gonna ride with Cleveland because of Shedeur for real. Me too. I would have never had their hat on. Told you my cousin played for the Browns 2 years and I ain't never watched a game or bought no merch. I done bought a jersey and a hat and ticket to a game. Come on now. God knows how to unfortunately cause injuries and strains. That's why I said, CB, they can't mess with blessed folk. Because that's exactly what could happen. I ain't wishing no injuries on nobody. But that's exactly what could happen if they keep playing what you're doing and don't give him a foul opportunity. If he get a foul opportunity, he go in there and mess up. That's what it is. You gotta learn from it. That what come with it. They can get rid of Stefanski now. Honestly, nah, they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that. I love my 5th round pick quarterback. He made $240 million, but my team suck. I have a to admit. Cowboys and Brown fan will still feel them see win, lose, or draw. I'm learning that, Val. See, I don't know what's going on with these Brown fans. Ask Chantel, she might know. Why y'all keep going if they losing? And never have no hope every year, but y'all still go to the game faithfully. They praying every day over their job. Yep. That's why they scared of Deion. Need to get rid of the whole front office and regroup. Hey. I ain't get rid of the owner, the front office, the Brown, period. Move the franchise. Again. What am I in? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just telling you. I told you I had a long way for y'all tonight. What happened to Shedeur Sanders? Likely get cut or traded. He ain't gonna get cut. They'll probably trade him. As a day 3 pick with no guaranteed long-term investment, Shedeur would likely be cut before the 2026 season. Like I said, they'll trade him. The Browns may trade him for a late round pick to a team that wants a mobile developmental quarterback. That'll be a team that really need a backup. Because at this point, if he come down to this level right here, he ain't considered a starter unless a team believe in him just that much. Like Ken, know why, but if they believe in him that much, then he would go in on another team as potentially being the QB1. That's the only other thing. If they find another team that believe in him, like the Browns believe in Kenny Pickett. Possible destination team with aging quarterbacks. Now, don't take too much into this right here because it's a little dated on this end with the Falcons, Raiders, Bucks, Saints. Now, the Raiders and the Saints could be in play, but the Falcons, nah. They got Michael Penix. I might be start talking about him, but I don't know how the view was gonna get. And the Bucks got Baker Mayfield. They ain't gonna try to get Shedeur. Rebuilding the team, Panthers, Patriots. They already got their quarterback set. They got Bryce Young and Drake May over there. They ain't doing it. CFL option to back up abroad depending on interest. Now we already talked about the CFL last night. I broke that down and explained what the CFL was for y'all that didn't know. And then the possibility of him going, we already know that's not an option. Right now, that's not an option. But if he get blackballed, colluded against again, and he don't want to deal with all that, then CFL would be the best option before he go to the UFL. If you go to the UFL, you just trying to hang on, but I'll go to the CFL. Career become journeyman upside. It's a lot of quarterbacks They've been journeymen and then had a long, luxurious, monetizable career. What that boy name? Jacob Brissett, or what? How you say his last name? And Josh Johnson, that's his name. Josh Johnson have been on 14 teams, and he been a backup the whole time. And like Jacoby, he getting paid $10 million to be a backup. What? Shedeur enters the quarterback chair as a backup quarterback on practice squad, spot starter for injury if injury happens. He'll need a new team to believe in his upside and rebuild his value through preseason reps. This is exactly what Sam Darnold and Geno Smith did. Geno Smith did it first, but they became journeymen. But they got the chance to start first. And they became journeymen. And now they the QB1 and got long-term deals. It is a possibility that if, which is not likely, that Shedeur don't pan out like the way we think, and then he become this right here. So I just got to do the negative too. I just can't do all the positive. I got to do the negative just so we can see the possibilities. But we already know ain't none of this gonna happen. But you know, I gotta be. I ain't gonna say neutral because y'all already know I like Shedeur and want the best. But I just gotta explain it. You know what I'm saying? Reputation at risk. Critics will say he was overhyped, media made, or too focused on brand. He'll need to prove through performance, not media interviews, that he belongs. He already doing that. Prove through performance. OTA is a mini count, man. Go look at the tape. And then 3, y'all already know my favorite word: collateral collusion. Fallout become more controversial. If the Browns pass him over again and draft another quarterback, some would say, "See, he wasn't good enough." Exactly. Them trolls gonna come in here like crazy. Others, especially Deion supporters and black media voices, will argue this confirms deeper systematic bias. He was never given a fair shot. This is what they got to do. If Shedeur don't never get a chance to run with the ones, well, we can see, because we already know that he ran with the ones, but what we can see, then he ain't getting a fair shot. The prime effect made teams uncomfortable with his independence. I call it the legendary effect. I take prime out and call it legendary effect because it's affecting more Shedeur than Coach Prime right now. Internal politics, watching contract, race, branding, NIL, clouded talent, evaluation. That's what's going on right now. This is so much got to do in the whole totality of this situation. Could lead to renewed fan lawsuits or FOIA subpoenas, Eric Jackson case. That's what he doing now. Media exposes podcast or docu-series on NFL quarterback bias. He could leverage this right here himself. What Shedeur must do next? If he cut or bury on the bench, he must find a fit, get a team with a quarterback-friendly coach who will invest in his growth, proven preseason, and dominate preseason game to show poise, accuracy, mobility, rebuild reputation. Let play, not personality, write his next chapter. Stay disciplined, avoid distraction, double down on film mechanics, humility. Use media smartly, not to vent, but to reframe the journey. Still rising, still prime. Long-term scenario, 2026 practice squad backup starter. Follow Geno Smith. I don't know why they put backup Jalen Hurts pad wins back trust for another team. Become the NFL backup, cards out a solid 8 to 10 year career as a capable number 2 QB, CFL, XFL, it'll be CFL, UFL opportunity. Plays elsewhere to showcase skills to get NFL team watching again. Media influence pivot. If football stalls, pivots into podcasting, brand building, NIL consulting, or documentary work, he'll dominate this lane. He's crazy, man. That's crazy. See what y'all talking about over there. Jets need a quarterback too. Nah, they got Justin Fields. They're gonna ride. That's why I say they're gonna ride with him for a minute. Now the coach, Big Bubba on Anthony Richardson, and a big Bubba on Daniel Jones. But that's why they picked up Daniel Jones, because they already know Anthony Richardson on the bubble. But if don't now one of them work out, hey, I'm telling you, Brown fans are hurt, or like a hurt ex, I'm scared to love again. I think G. Bush said that. G. Bush said that. Job, what going on? I know I'm going back a little bit. The Brown will lose a large portion of FBA ticket sales if they mistreat our nephew. Look, I hope y'all bought ticket insurance on them tickets y'all going. I know I did. Look, I bought ticket insurance on the tickets I got. It wasn't them with the extra $10, but look, I always buy that ticket insurance. If you going to see one Pacific player on a team, like when I go see LeBron, I buy ticket insurance. There's a very possibility when he come to Atlanta, he ain't gonna play. So buy that ticket insurance. Need to get rid of the whole. Oh, we already did that. Let me go back now. What up, Ken? What going on, Ken B? Ken B. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. You look like my roommate from college. I hope they ain't you. Is that you? Jamel, what he said? Oh, the coach just talked about that new expansion team, possibly San Antonio or Toronto soon. Black owner, maybe. Will you see that at Dollar Bill? They messed up the trade. Bro, after watching highlight, I think Tyler Show was gonna win Rookie of the Year. Stop. Small hand piggy can be on the practice squad. Nobody want him. Trade him to the Saints. Tyler Show playing like that. Val C, don't believe that lie. Need to be a black owner. Not gonna happen. The only way that may happen, it do become a expansion team, and it gonna have to be more than one person. It ain't gonna be. I don't think they're gonna let one sole black majority owner. Like, it's gonna have to be like a collective with, like, let's just say 2 people, and the black man got 51% and the other one got 49%. You get what I'm saying? I don't know, cause them skin folk don't want to let nothing go. It's too big of a money maker. They ain't gonna let me get it out now. They ain't gonna want to let it go. Shedeur will not last 30 seconds on the practice squad. He will scoop him up. He won't be on the practice squad. I'm from New Orleans. Really, I'd rather Spencer Rattler over Tyler. Wow. Hey, man, the black ownership. Yeah, we need it. Eagle was going to draw him as a back of the hurt. But Cleveland Clown jumped in. I don't believe that. I don't see why the Eagle would do that. They ain't get rid of Jalen Hurts. Why you gonna have Shedeur backing up Jalen Hurts? I mean, it would be a good situation for Shedeur, but I'm just saying, it's being on the Eagles, because they're good, them a good organization, good team to be on. But I don't see why would they do that. Yes, sir, legendary fit. I would rather Shedeur go to Jacksonville or Miami. They have some iffy quarterback. I thought Jacksonville, really both of them. I really thought he was going to Miami at 12. When Miami was on the clock, I was like, Tua got them concussions. And I had made a whole video about it, and I made a little short about it. And then I made, when Shedeur was getting traded to Miami with trending, I made a video about that too. And I really thought he was going to Miami. And the way Shedeur swagger is, Miami would be a perfect fit. The vibe, the whole colors, the whole persona of him playing down there in Miami in them palm trees with the gold chain around his neck, putting up the AP watch in the touchdown when he scored. With the 12, he probably go back to 2 then. But with the 12 on the jersey, come on now. And John didn't think people would question the judgment alive. Now it makes people do more podcasts and shows about Shedeur trying to hurt him, made him more relevant. I don't think the Giants did it on purpose as far as the judgment part, but the lies, that was part of the collateral collusion that they were trying to put all these narratives out. So Shedeur couldn't file a grievance because it'd be hard to prove when they do find out that it was real collusion. That's what I'm getting to. That's just my opinion though. So the coach and the Jet. Tyler Show got that dog man, bro. Whatever. The NFL I need to see that though. The NFL need to have the government do some regulating in their affairs. Elon Musk gone. Rico, who got a Rico case? Tyler Show don't want to sign. Show don't, cause he want it fully. He want his contract fully guaranteed. Cause he think he gonna be the starter long term. What's going on, 420? You tried that jersey on yet? I ain't seen no picture yet. We're born a D-Bad. I ain't seen her. Y'all ain't sending nothing yet. Send it to my email. If y'all want to, I said y'all ain't have to though, but if you want to, so I can put y'all up on the live. Kellen Moore don't want small hands. Yeah, you probably would have traded for him already. That man ain't do nothing in college last year, and he was healthy. Exactly, man, Robert. You still ain't sent me no information. You be looking up everything and ain't sent me no points, no notes, no nothing. Cause you be finding stuff I don't even see. It would be like that, just like the car dealership. They made the black owner bring in some white with them. I told you. Go look it up. They say on that paragraph they was gonna draft him in the 5th round. Hey, it could be a possibility, but like I said, I don't see the reason why, but there would be a nice place for him to go. I just can't believe every team hated on him. It was collusion. Yup, Miami was gonna get Gabriel because they left it like tour. In the 5th round, I hope, or later. Miami and the Pond would be a great fit. Yeah, I definitely go down there to see a game. I actually went down there when my cousin, he was a freshman playing at Alabama, and they had the national championship down there. Me and one of my other cousins, we drove down there. It was 9 hours straight. We stayed up all day. We didn't even go to sleep. Soon we got down there, the game was about to start. We got out, parked, walked all the way, because we had to park far away, walked all the way to the stadium, went to the game, watched the game, chilled, celebrated. After the game, Alabama won. We went back to the hotel at the Fountain Blue. He was at the Fountain Blue. They were standing in the Fountain Blue. We went back to the hotel. I had my Bama hat on and a white tee looking just like this. You know, I wasn't that big then, but I was looking just like this. They thought I was on the team. So I signed. It's somewhere out there. Yes. Somewhere out there in the world. Somebody bought it. Memorabilia. Some Alabama memorabilia, and it got my signature on it. I think it's like 3 or 4 helmets and like 4 or 5 or 6 footballs with my signature on it. So if y'all got it, hey, that was like, what the year that was? 20? Dang, it been a long time, but what year that was? 2013? Oh my goodness. Where was it? Salute Timothy, what's going on? Jacksonville with all them, they signed Sunshine. I thought they were gonna get Shedeur just to bag up just because of travel. That would have been amazing. He would never be a majority black owner. Black Messiah must be prevented. J. Edgar Hooper. See how they think. That's all I'm saying. I got you. Gonna get. Oh yeah, I forgot. Condolences. Jeez, I keep forgetting. Ain't gonna be Wednesday and Thursday. I'm waiting funeral yesterday for his birthday. Sheesh, I ain't know he was that young. Pray for 420, y'all. All these billionaire buddies are in the club, of course. They would do things like that. Tom Brady couldn't have an influence over the big boy. He not a majority owner. Cause y'all laughing at my story. I signed on football. Man, Robin, I ain't wrong. I see the opportunity. What they say, Capri Diem? Ain't that it? Capri Diem, seize the opportunity. That's what I did. I played football. I didn't play for Alabama. Oh, 420. I'm so sorry, Lord. That baby was young. So, sheesh. There you go. Let's see, can we finish this up real quick? I ain't want to hold y'all too long. I had y'all on 11 o'clock last night. Some of y'all pet time was getting past. Where was that? Not none of these great fit for a brand rebuild. They not gonna do none of that. Trade estimate. CFL. More realistic options. Here it is right here. More realistic trade options destination for Shedeur. Now, some of these might not be all the way good fits. Because like I said, I ain't look at all this. I just typed it in, let it generate. Then I come on here and look at it with y'all. So y'all get my fresh reaction to all of this. Las Vegas Raiders. They elected long-term quarterbacks in card left. You know, we got Geno Smith, Minshaw, and O'Connor aren't franchise guys. Vegas is a marketing city, and Shedeur fits Raiders. So that's why they thought Shedeur was gonna go to pick number 6. If they ain't traded for Geno Smith, I think they do draft Shedeur at number 6, the Raiders, instead of Genty, because that would have been a Sand City, a marketable Las Vegas. They got a lot of tourist attractions, and 12 or two legendary at the quarterback position with all that star status. Vegas would have been lit. Tampa Bay, nah, I don't see that. If it depends on where Baker Mayfield signed that long-term contract not too long ago. But if you're regressing in 25, getting into Tampa Bay, may be looking for a new energy in 2026. Florida connection, Deion legacy fits well. Plus Shiloh already out there. Compete with Tress O'Riggin for backup. Bridge role, new OC in 2020 might want fresh blood. Falcons. That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. But that's why I was like, man, when the Falcons drafted Penix, I was like, Shedeur's out of there. I already knew they weren't going to get Shedeur this year. It was then when the Falcons drafted Penix, I thought they were just going to sign like Kirk Cousins thought himself. They were just signing him, and he was going to play for 2 years at least, because they were going to draft a quarterback in 25 draft, which I thought would have been Shedeur, but they drafted Michael Penix. Penix good. I ain't knocking Penix. I ain't knocking him for drafting Penix, but I guess, like Arthur Blank said, we ain't never gonna be without a quarterback again, and that was the owner. So Georgia should do her own term, not really Texas. If Penix doesn't develop or cousin retired, Falcon will look for depth. Falcon could benefit from Shedeur's confidence and mobility. Opportunity to sit behind Penix, but be next in line if he fails. I wouldn't be opposed if the Falcon did trade if Cleveland was Shedeur was on the market and the Falcon did trade for Shedeur. It ain't like they're gonna have to give up much to get him, and it ain't like he on a big contract anyway, and be the backup behind Michael Penix, even though he gonna have more star power and height than Michael Penix, depending on what Michael Penix do this year. Because I hopefully, me being an ex-Falcon fan, hopefully he do good and take the Falcons to the playoffs. But they so iffy, you don't never know. New Orleans Saints, they might make sense. Their cards, Adrian and Spencer, hanging it back up. They see this. Oh, we already know. Derek Carr retired. They got Show out there. I don't think Show. They'll probably ride Show for 2 years at least. If Tyler show any progress doing this season with the Saints, I think they hold on to him for at least another year. Now, if Show play bad, I still don't think they're gonna trade for Shedeur. But They'll probably draft another quarterback before they trade with Shedeur. Them Broncos already X that out. Minnesota, that could be a fit. If McCarthy stomach, Viking may want another young quarterback, but they probably gonna give him at least 2 to 3 years, just because his rookie year he was hurt and Sam Darnold exploded. Tyler injury prone. Yup. We already knew that. That's why I said I don't even know why they picked him in the second round. They could have waited to get Tyler Show. But J.D. McCarthy, this basically his rookie season, how he gonna adjust to finally being a starter for the Vikings, and especially with that pressure he got to back up from what Sam Darnold did. Because then everybody gonna be looking at him like, we could have just re-signed Sam Darnold. And Jordan Love, Packers, we not going to Green Bay to sit for 5 years. Nah, he not doing that. I wouldn't even want to be on the Packers if that was gonna happen. Jane Daniel, we Xing that one too. I ain't even gonna read that. But Dallas, I thought Dallas would have been, the way Jared Jones was talking, I thought Dallas would have been a fit. Because he from Texas. Cole Prime played at Dallas Cowboys. Jared Jones, like Dion, the biggest NFL franchise in the NFL, the most valuable, biggest market for his team merchandise. Everybody love the Cowboys. That's why I thought you know. But if that's ill, well, they signed Dak Prescott to that long-term deal too. But if they try to get up out of it and do what a Kirk Cousins with that, hey, they probably could trade for Shedeur. Like I said, they ain't got to give too much of nothing up to get Shedeur, because they're going to take potentially a 5th, 6th, or 7th round pick, or include him a player-for-player deal, O-line, Dell special team player. Let me see what y'all think. Tyler Show injury prone. Yup. GG, what going on? That's why they didn't pick him. What team you talking about? So many fireworks going on. I forgot it before. Like, you can hear that in my background. Or you talking about where you at? It still might get traded. Yup. San Antonio, Toronto, Mexico, and London are potential future expansion team. The NFL is testing the waters in London this year, and here's hoping a new team step up to grab 12 a new deal. I know they doing the overseas, but I'm thinking they trying to get a team over there. I heard that. You did say London though, but I'm thinking they trying to get a team over there. I forgot where I heard that from. It was a video I was watching. Somebody was talking about it. Everything was glued on the Sean and making sure they'll pay for it. Would they still have this hatred? Nah, I mean, yeah. I take that back. Yeah, they would still have that hatred because Shedeur is a threat no matter what team he on. Just based off his confidence, his media presence, his influence he got, and the brand he done built outside of the NFL. IQ will piss, and then draft Shedeur. Hey, there's a lot to go into that on what I think with Tom Brady, because the restrictions Tom Brady got. But in my background, my guy, BD, where you from again? You said Florida, didn't you? Dallas. Yup. That's why they didn't pick him. I got like they popping fireworks outside out here. Let me switch to it right here. Let me turn the music on. Let me go back. What y'all talking about? Hold on. Dallas could still be a good fit. Dak get hurt. That's why I said Val. See, that would be the perfect fit for as the market and like we talking about Shedeur now. They're thinking about he in Dallas. Think about how much he get talked about. Oh, yeah, that's what I remember. That's what I thought. Y'all know, got 3,000 thoughts going through your head today. Hard to remember stuff. I know Cleveland trying to get a high pick. Was it doing a trade? But they ain't gonna get no high pick, especially if he don't start. Now, if it should do out there balling and they for some reason they still want to trade him, then yeah, they probably get a high pick. But now, no. I'd rather go out there ass pop. Son too, I got all work though. She tired, bro. Yeah, you tired, cuz that center was all broke up. That's what I know, man, Robin. I know they got Milton. But would you rather have Joe Milton or Shedeur Sanders? Even in college. Was Joe Milton better than Shedeur? No. So who would you rather have? Joe Milton or Shedeur Sanders? I like Joe Milton. But big, can throw that thing. Mobile. But was he a better quarterback than Shedeur? Who would you rather have? Joe Milton or Shedeur Sanders? I know I'm right. Appreciate you. Let's see, can we take a look at this real quick? They popping anything. Crazy.
As much as anything. But in terms of hope and optimism, Trevor Sikkema on courtesy of PFF shared this glimmer of hope and optimism for the Cleveland Browns and their fans.
Whether he's the week one starter or not, he kind of has to be a reason for optimism, right? Because even though I was a little bit lower on him, I thought he was more of, like a mid-day 3 type of a value quarterback. To get him in the 5th round, especially to the current quarterback situation that the Browns have, you are hoping that you get an absolute gem in Shedeur Sanders and that he's starting at some point, and that he shows you starting caliber capabilities at the NFL level. So genuinely, like no trolling, he is one of the other reasons of optimism if he can gain that starting role for them.
So this is what's wild about this, because there's a lot that I agree with what he had to say about Shedeur.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the business arm of a team and the football arm tend to push apart and don't necessarily share the same values. Yeah, I do think there are certain players or certain combination of players that give Browns fans hope, and I think Shedeur probably does to more so than any than Kenny Pickett or maybe Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, for sure. Now you almost said more than Joe Flacco, but you were hesitant there.
Well, no. I mean, I think right now, if you're because I think Browns fans are looking for hope. Clearly, they are looking for hope. And they're looking for hope in anywhere they can find it. Like when we've had the talks of, it's probably going to be till 2026 till you get your quarterback. There are fans who are gobsmacked because they're like, no, but what about 2025? And I'm like, I didn't draw this up. I didn't design it. It's just the way it's going to go.
I'm not in charge of the team.
Yeah.
I didn't make the projections.
Yeah, don't get mad at me for having the right opinion about this. No, I kid a little bit there. But, like, I think there are 2 quarterbacks that give you hope. I think Kenny Pickett, and again, maybe there are some.
I think there are some people out there that have hope with Kenny, but I think you're right in that if you're going to say Flacco and Shedeur, that's the answer.
Yeah, and listen, I think Joe gives you hope that they can actually outperform expectations and maybe win games and maybe make the playoffs. That's not what I see with Joe. My hope with Joe is simple. It's going to make the offense watchable.
Yeah, my hope with Joe is simple as well. It's just he seems fun. That's it. That's the only hope.
And by the way, that might be the bar to clear this year.
Which, I mean, football and sports are supposed to just be entertainment at the end of the day, is it not? That's a first part of ESPN is entertainment. Like we're supposed to be entertained, and so Joe will at least do that. He'll check that box off.
And that for me is why when we think about Kenny and what you were describing, the offense with Kenny, which you're right, it is a ground control, play great defense, run the hell out of the ball, and throw a lot of short slants.
It makes your eyes bleed. Yeah. It's not very fun.
But like with Joe, like it is. I mentioned the point about like it would make your eyes bleed in the preseason. let alone in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't necessarily think Joe can repeat the winning formula of 2023.
No, I don't
Because
either.
I think it was such a lightning in a bottle, the perfect player at the perfect moment, the perfect guy to inject hope in that moment to that locker room when it needed it most. It's a lot tougher to do it right now. And it's a lot tougher when people already have tape on you in this situation, especially in a similar offense last year in Indy. But I will not begrudge you if you have more hope because you remember what Joe did for you.
Should we be giving more optimism to Dillon Gabriel? Listen, I like my quarterbacks taller. I mean, and by taller, I mean just
you are a size queen.
They say that about me all the time.
Yep.
But I just want him to be able to,
say.
Ride amusement park rides. I don't need you to be the tallest person in the world. Just be taller than what Dillon Gabriel currently is. But if you don't think that matters with quarterbacks, and you go from the Russell Wilson school of thinking that you can be as short as you need to be, and it doesn't really matter. Well, I can see how somebody would sell themselves some optimism attached to Dillon Gabriel as a third-round pick. I could see that. It just pales in comparison to the optimism attached to Shedeur or Joe Flacco, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've made this point a couple times. The toughest thing the organization could have done for Dillon in town and getting over with fans is Shedeur. Like, is full.
Because if Shedeur didn't exist, I would have to be riding the Dillon Gabriel excitement train.
Well, what's
and I don't want to ride that ride.
You're too tall to ride that.
That's
ride.
right, exactly right.
But like, there's a part of it. There's nothing that could have changed my opinion on Dillon Gabriel. I went off on draft night because of Dillon. Because it was like
leading up to draft night, I called him welfare Tua.
Yes.
How do I come back from that?
And that's not a compliment.
It's not a compliment.
Yeah, for anybody out there thinking that actually sounds like a good thing, not a compliment.
Not a good thing.
But the reason why, honestly, not drafting Shedeur would not have meant a damn thing to me for Dillon Gabriel. But for other Browns fans, yeah. I mean, you did. Whether it was Jimmy Haslam doing it, the business arm, Andrew Berry doing it, Paul DePodesta, it doesn't really matter who did it. The point is, if given those two options, a fair amount, I'm willing to say 75% of people are going to go, Shedeur gives me more hope than Dillon Gabriel.
Yeah, I mean, that's because you did get extreme value with Shedeur in the 5th round. And people, although some like to rewrite the narratives that he was always going to end up being some sort of, plummeting draft pick or something like that, most people that are honest about the conversation, 1st or 2nd round, and if that's what you accept him as far as his talent is concerned, then you should have excitement for Shedeur Sanders. That is way more exciting than the other option.
Now, I do think 216-474-0092. I think this leads to there are two quarterbacks to me that present real options of hope and optimism for this season if I'm going to see them play. And it's Joe Flacco and it's Shedeur Sanders. And I do think, by the way, I think there's a hell of a chance that you get to see both quarterbacks this year.
Mm-hmm.
But when I say hope, I mean, hey, I think you're going to be able to run this offense and make enough plays where it's not just the most vanilla, basic offense on the face of the planet. Now, if you ask me who gives you more hope, I don't think I can give you a real answer today.
You can't?
No, because I think
the problem with Joe is that even if Joe gives you hope and excitement for this year and you win a couple games, that's it. It's over. The curtains, the movie's done at the end of this season.
It is, but the problem with Shedeur is he can give you hope until he just absolutely stinks. Right?
Well, it's on the table.
What y'all think? Oh my goodness, bro. Shedeur give him the best hope with the brightest future. They just gotta let him play. I can't understand none of that. Val, see, where you from? I don't understand. They gotta let them play. Me, Robin, you ain't said nothing but a word. I don't know what to say. Cause every time, it be like last night and that, it been so negative. It's ridiculous. Nobody knows, Patrick. Don't nobody really know. We still just all speculating, but at least you be optimistic. Have some type of hope. They ain't got no type of hope. Oh, you an artist. Okay. Exactly. Still the losing mentality. Sweet pea. Ridiculous. Everything else hasn't worked, so they need to let them play. DJA, you ain't said nothing but a word. You ain't said nothing. What do you got to lose? A loser mentality? That's the only thing you got to lose. You ain't won nothing in 30 plays. You ain't won nothing as long as I done been alive. And before that, y'all was sorry before I was born. That's ridiculous. I done been on this earth this long, and I ain't never heard a Cleveland Brown team win. Y'all went to one playoff game and lost. None. You know what that Brown stand for? Do. That what the Brown is. With an orange streak going right down your white drawers. That's what it is. I don't know his name. If they were going to get their quarterback next year, why didn't they get Prospect to add to preparing them for next Bright Star? That's what I'm talking about. Why would you get 2 quarterbacks and waste 3 fifth-round picks when you could have used them to trade back up to get in the 4th, even in the 3rd round, to draft another piece that could help you? Y'all hollering, look, this is how I told y'all, when y'all come in here, you're going to get everything. You gonna get that? This how my brain works. I just came up with that in my head when she said the brown colors. Who that? KD, you said that? Who said that? Who said that? John, you said that? Who said that about the brown color? I can't even find it no more. Y'all deleted it. Oh man. I'll tell you, that's what I'm thinking it stand for now. KD on the bed doing it. Hey, I try. I appreciate you. I just gotta get to 100K plus. You know what I'm saying? It's hard grinding. It's hard, and you barely moving. You know what I'm saying? But I finally got back into it where I could do it like I want to do it. And now that I'm doing like I want to do it, I'm about to skyrocket. Got to ride the bench. Last time Brown won, black folk got that shit. Black folk don't want more than the Brown. No, wait, though. I hate that Brown. I bet you do. Well, you was in the 80s and 90s. They were winning teams, so they had one. Bro, get out of here. They ain't won a division since 1989. They ain't went winning in no 90s. They moved the team in 95. How they winning in the 90s? That Virgin Gold. Andrew Bear one of their middle or the pack quarterback and the owner one of the franchise. Exactly. But like I told y'all, they drafted Dylan Gabriel to be the 3rd string. They ain't drafted Dylan Gabriel to compete. They only did that because they drafted Shedeur. And they opened up the quarterback competition, not 1964. Last time I checked, Jim Brown, when Jim Brown stopped playing. 1965. He might be right. He might have been right. Why I got you back? Oh, there we go. In my Martin voice, you about to blow up. Appreciate you. Got to linger with my boy, Big Dog Chico. You said that before. 1964 is crazy. And Jim Brown retired in 65. He retired in 65. That's the last time they were good. That's crazy. No wonder why they got a losing attitude. Everybody quarterback competition order is that none of the quarterback were on the team last season, so 13 reps have been evenly had. That's what I told you, Argenti. That's why I said ain't no QB1. Ain't no order. If you ain't have no number one, nobody going to want to get drafted by the Browns because they enjoy losing. God love. That's true. Nobody want to be equaling what should do. Cause that's the team that drafted him. He just happened to be in the NFL. Let me put my video up. There you go. Last Brown championship was 1964. So what you talking about? They were winning in the 90s. You said they were winning in the 80s and the 90s. With Jim, that was a long time ago. He was born in 1936. And Jeff passed away 2 years ago. 87 years old. That man was 87. He ain't seen the Browns win since he played. Your mother was 8 in 1964. Gee. Was a young girl and Martin Luther King was alive. Y'all got jokes. I wasn't even born in 64 or 65. I wasn't even close. I wasn't even thought about it. KD. I got a silly, sad, crazy question. The brown mask got the dog or the elf looking thing. I don't know. Because the dog been in the pound and the elf been laughing, looking funny. They need to get rid of both of them. The dog locked up and the elf pulling tricks, the wrong tricks. It might be the leprechaun in the hood. That's what he might be. A lot of it wasn't born. I know it. The Cowboy gonna win the Super Bowl. The Cowboy gotta win a playoff game. You were 4 Miss Shirley. I was saying they wasn't sorry back then. What, in the 80s and the 90s? Tell you what you laughing at now. I like they mascot. I like the dog, but he been locked up in the pound. He ain't got out yet. I like the dog, but he been locked up since 1964. They ain't even look. They ain't even had no face mask then. Look at Jim Brown. Look how they look. They had long sleeve jersey with no face mask. It's time for a change, man. Just take a chance. Just take a chance. Just take a chance, bro. Sure no was an athlete, though. I tell you that. What you hollering at? Oh, you were 3. hard back then. They was hitting that hard back then, neither, or wasn't. We going to the Super Bowl with Shedeur, though. Just wait for it. He coming home, y'all. Hey, hope so. Don't let the dog out. Who let the dogs out? The Browns need a rebrand and throw the whole office, AB and coaches if ass get away. I know that's what you meant to say at the end. Maybe if they let the dog out, they win. They ain't letting it. That dog been locked up in the pound. It is not looking. Not is looking at Mr. Jim. Yup. Got nothing to lose. They ain't got nothing to lose. Us. Jim Brown will Sweet Pete. Yeah, he passed away. Yup. The average weight of an O-lineman was 250 pounds. Yeah, it's different these days. You know, it's different. You got more access to different facilities, equipment, protein. They, it's more fast and more physical. Far as, you got bigger athletes, faster, different game, different time. Everything changed, you know what I'm saying? But they getting ridiculous. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, cause I don't get my eye getting heavy. I'm trying to get back to start going back at 7:30, because it's gonna be a time where I'm gonna have to go later or before on Monday and Wednesday. I'm probably either gonna go earlier or I might have to go later in the night. But y'all got a notification turned on, so I appreciate y'all for coming. But Tuesday and Thursday, for now, the next couple weeks, I'm probably gonna go maybe 7:30. Nah, I ain't going outside. Ain't nothing out of me. Leaving definitely didn't let the dogs out. Old dog, straight lockdown. Since old Jim had them out. He was the only dog out in that studio time. Y'all ain't donating no super chat. But I was on B. Watt live that morning. B. Watt said they gave him $400. I'm like, boy, y'all ain't bought me nothing. I appreciate y'all super chat, but y'all ain't gave me no $400. I tell you that. Appreciate it, KD. You know, I stayed around there. I'm about to start working on my other channel too. But I like, dang, you send the cash out. I ain't even check. Appreciate it. I barely use it. I seen B. Watt put it up here on his. I was like, dang, I don't even use cash out like that, but I'll put it up. Jamel, that's what I'm talking about. I appreciate it, but I appreciate anything. Let me get you together. Well, you about to send me a band? You about to send me a band? She about to send me a band. I knew you had money. I knew it. Sam Moore ain't donated nothing. That boy gave me $2 yesterday. I appreciate it though. We just subscribed. We got to make. You got to make what? DJ 8. Let me ask you this question. You male or female? Because your picture got flowers. I just want to know. You did, Sam Moore. You doing all that selling when I ain't cashing out nothing. Make me a bucket. This ain't church. We ain't passing around no collection plate. I already know what you're going to do. You're going to pass that plate around. You're going to act like you put something in. You're going to take something out. Stealing in church. Stealing in church. You going to Cleveland, do training camp, live feed. Who? Well, female. I just wanted to know. I ain't know. I figured. Just in case I slip up and call you dude, bro, or something like that. I ain't want to mistake. You know, so I know now. I'm broke. These people donation. You donate to the credit card, the water bill, the light bill, the government, taxes. That's what you donate to. Hey, not taking something. Money man, black on the clock. Why you keep saying black? Do you mean back or you really mean black? The mom map. I appreciate you though. Yeah, that you get it all. Super chat, YouTube get percentage. I know it. I know it. That's why I was like, that's why I said B White might be on the song. Cause I don't even use it. Like I got scammed on that thing. So I was like, bro. I tried to get them cool gray when they came out. I sent that boy. I wanted them things so bad because I didn't get them when they first came out. I had to wait 10 years for them things to come back out. But I finally got them though. But people be scamming, boy. Look at y'all. Don't be trying to do nothing now. I appreciate you though. You a darn lie. I appreciate you though. Y'all always come through for me. What they were, people gave what they my brother when they came. I know it. I'm just, you know, I just got it. They say you gotta ask. I'm reading my book. Where it is? I ain't even got it in here. I'm reading my book. My how to make 1 million followers in 30 days. It say you gotta ask. So I gotta ask. Like where the shirt be at? What you talking about? Where the shirt post? It up like where the shirt be at. You talking about on my post? Thank you, Jesus. You good? Say more blogger you both with regular sub with sending cash out. You right. Like I just said, I was skeptical about getting back on it. I always had it. I still got it, but you know my guy, Black Power in my Dave Chappelle, boy. You know, I don't even really like Dave Chappelle like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't really think he was that funny. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm still learning how to do this. No, on the screen. The jersey behind you. Oh. Pull my cash out. That what you saying? Where the jersey be at? I'm about to get a whole setup back there. You know, it's gonna be all did up. Hopefully. I'm trying to. Val Green. You look, I was still on there. Appreciate you, Val Green. I appreciate y'all, man. We making a little community, Will. We making a little community, Will. I want to blow up, but I was boy, Sweet Pea. It's gonna be all right. Just keep going. It cool. Like I just said, I gotta ask. The book say ask, so I gotta ask. That's why I be asking all the time. You can't receive if you don't ask. Are you going to do a white jersey? They go around. I don't know. It might, but it ain't gonna be no time soon yet. But yo, I'll let y'all know when I get it jump, when I get it going. Y'all definitely know when I'm gonna do another giveaway. I told y'all I was gonna do it. I don't know. I might have to do it back on here. But I'm trying to get my Twitch. When I'm gonna start going live on Twitch again. So if y'all ain't got Twitch and y'all want to join me over on Twitch, well, you ain't got to. But if you want to come over there, I'll be going live sometimes over there. Because college football coming out, Madden coming out. Y'all know I play the game too. So I might be live streaming on Twitch a couple times. And then based on how my Twitch live going, I might do the giveaway on Twitch. But I don't know yet. That's why I said it's going to be a while before I do another one. But I will announce it on all the platforms. Y'all call it on the radio he had for Dion first. Nah, what that meant? That right, a clothes might don't get fed. The giveaway was fun. Yeah, it was. That was funny. Merchandise. I got merch. I just downloaded Twitch. Appreciate you. And Money Man, you right already know, but no space. I got my logo. That logo on the top right here. Or left, whichever way it is on y'all screen. I get right. But yeah, I got that on some shirts and stuff. But I was gonna do some Shedeur stuff, and then I was like, bro, I ain't even trying to get mixed up and trying to put his face on something, and then they come back and try to take all my money and sue me. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, I'll be live streaming it on here. I'll be live streaming the Twitch on here. For folk that ain't got it. I thought the giveaway was fun. I ain't even win. It was funny. Because y'all couldn't follow directions. Get Twitch. Just download the app, Val Green. You got go to your app store on your phone. Go to the app store on your phone, type in Twitch. And just download it. Create an account. I don't know how it look like creating an account now, but you know, you got an email, put your name on there, create a username, create a Twitch name or whatever. Or you can use the same thing you got on YouTube as your name. And then you just, follow me. And then when I go live, turn your notifications on. And when I go live, it'll pop up like a notification on your phone. Click on the notification. And then, boom, you jump straight into my live. Promote the old Money Man jersey. I ain't got no jersey. But you matter of fact, you just gave me an idea. Jay gave me an idea. I don't know. I had to get it on that Western thing, though. You got Amazon Prime. You got a sweet free Twitch. I got Amazon Prime, but I've been had Twitch. I ain't been went live on Twitch in 2 years. So if you go on there, they're going to say, I ain't been live for 2 years. And that's true. But like I said, I'm getting back. You back in London. I'm about to get off. Can't even find Twitch. Why you can't find it? Type it in on your app store. Oh, dog. Yeah, I show it on here. Twitch, Shedeur, and Shiloh, yeah. You can't find it. I'll see what you typing in. Hold on. Come on now. And I didn't come on. I had to stay. There you go. There it is right there. Same logo, same everything. I need to update it though, but that's it.
Refresh.
Click off DG. Right there. That's it. But yeah, they ain't went live. Shiloh ain't went live in 2 weeks. Shedeur ain't went live in 5 days.
Refresh.
I thought he was gonna live stream that workout. That would have been crazy if he would have live streamed that workout. But yeah, there's a lot of people on Twitch now. Like it was a lot then when I had got mine when I first created it. But like it's buku now. It's buku, man. Like some of y'all, the ladies, y'all can probably just go on there, give a little sex appeal, sit there and just talk and get paid. Like I'm just giving y'all a little cheat code. Like literally, dudes, weird dudes though, they be going crazy just looking at a female and she ain't doing nothing but sitting there. But look at all these categories, all these games on here, people streaming. I ain't even been on here like that. Well, I don't even want to stream none of these games. They ain't getting nothing. 1,000 views, MLB The Show. College football 25. They ain't got 26 on there. They got Santa Dread. They playing Santa Dress. Look at you. Dude, take Timmons out the cut from there. I know it. Appreciate you though. I ain't know you came through like that. You came through like that when I wasn't paying attention, but I appreciate you. Get a burger. Start eating on there. Yeah, the ASMR. Yeah. What they call it? Then bunking something. You know what I'm talking about when folk just sit there and eat. Oh, did one new music last week. Yeah, I think that was on YouTube though. Just got a message. B.Y. coming on in 30. The show you did with B.Y. was good. He coming on my live in 30. I'm about to get off. Appreciate you though, KD. You might be good for something. Quiet eating. Yeah, ASMR. That's what they call it. Yeah, that's it right there. You know I can't pronounce that. That's what I wanted to do. Go on there and just color. Yeah, I'm saying you be amazed. People be looking at some weird stuff. Like you go right here, just chatting. Go in there. Go in just chatting. Look at it. Look at it. All these folks, they're streaming. They ain't doing nothing. They just doing weird stuff, stupid stuff. They're vlogging, they're streaming their life. Look at that. Sexual things. Can't even look at it. Look at it. Last day in Paris. It's just random. Look, they girl just sitting there live for 1,335 days, 3 years, whatever.
So I was like, I stayed in bed.
All you do? Day. She went to streaming university?
No, I wasn't. I'm on my period. So like
oh my goodness.
I felt like shit. And I was like, it's just raining all day. There's nothing to do. Also, wait. I just heard a firework. No. I already knew it was raining because I had to take Panda out. I know, it's so sad.
Hey, really?
I know. They have similar weather patterns.
I'm telling you.
Do I reply? Yes, I do. Hello, fire, no sweat.
I thought I closed her thing. Oh, it made a little bubble right there. Now what I want to do, go over there. Hit live. Who live? I yell some more. Yup. I ain't worth a damn thing. Really. Amber crazy. Yup. That's what they do. I'm telling you. You just go on here and just click on folks' stream. Like, it's crazy. Like, it was one dude, one big heavy set dude. I don't want to say the F word. Big heavy set dude. He was on here. He was asleep. Mr. Beast. If y'all know who he is on YouTube, Mr. Beast made a video about him going on Twitch. He was donating people $10,000. Just random people. He was just going to their Twitch, just donating money. $10,000, $5,000. That's crazy. They're gonna be real competitive right here, though. But there's a lot of people in here live streaming like crazy. Look at all these people live streaming. It's all over the world too. That's why I said I need to get it. Wasn't like this. Like I should have kept with it. I should have kept with it. Like this girl right here. Like, look. Look. What you doing? She ain't talking. Look at that. Look at that. It's that. She got 162 people watching her. 162. That's it. Did Twitch. What you talking about? The thing she using? I don't know. Fabuloso. That's all she doing. Look at this. He getting paid. She got 631 followers. 631,000 followers watching her ASMR. You got a little echo on. I told y'all, there's so many ways to make money out here. It's ridiculous. Get paid to breathe. And I ain't doing nothing. She ain't talking. She ain't breaking down no Shedeur mess. She ain't doing nothing crazy. Look at that. I'm telling y'all. Look at this. You watch your lungs. What? You gonna open your chest? Well, go back to the new stadium when you through. Yeah, I'll go look at it. You inside that coat. I'm telling you, boy. Put some water in some glass and get a spoon to get to work. I'm telling you. It'll be done in 2027. Oh, Tennessee, okay. They're looking at her bread. They is, but still. It ain't like she naked. What's your Twitter name? Money Man, you already know. I'll go back to it. Dude, they got a weird addiction. Let me get off of y'all think I'm weird. I hit back. Come on now. What's going on? Oh, I hit the back, but here it is right here, Val Green. Y'all see that right there? Hey, man, I don't know. I'll just let you know what they doing. I just told y'all, but we actually found one. That crazy. That's what it is, though. They're part of. I told y'all. I said y'all ladies can get on here, give a little sex appeal, and ain't got to do too much of nothing. Some ASMR. I said it. Didn't I say it? That's exactly what I said. You seen what she was doing. That's exactly what I said. Then they got the sports. This is a tutorial for y'all that don't have it or do have it and don't know what's going on. They got a lot of soccer on football. The real football that they say. They ain't got nothing else on there. But I tell you one thing, you're going to have to kind of stand out because it ain't no thumbnail. Like if you go live on here, it ain't no thumbnails. So it'd be like, you got to compete with all these other people with no thumbnail. So it ain't nothing really that gonna catch your attention unless you read the title and like, oh, I want to click on that to see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that boy right here only got 2 views. Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? 1. I was getting 0 when I was on, but I ain't know what I was doing. I know what I'm doing now. I can get people and come in real life. Folk just streaming. Look where he is.
Yeah, I might DJ a little bit. I might need, listen, I'm always.
5,000 people, 5,827 people in here. Look at it. Who is this dude? Yearn boy. Who is that? I'm telling you, John. Look. Got them looking for milk. Look at that. He did. Like that what the world coming to. And it just gonna get bigger and bigger because more people gonna want to do it. Where they at? Out in the desert? And they got there look like they in Cali. It's still light over there. Like they go, you know, and they must send out. I got 13 views though. Let me get off. Y'all already strolling Instagram and all that. Y'all can get on here and do the same thing. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for coming, man. Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm out. I appreciate y'all for coming. Tell your friend about Money Man. You already know. I know y'all already done did it, and I appreciate y'all. But until next time, I might have a special guest. Y'all don't know him though. I'm trying to get a coach on. He said he wanted to debate about Shedeur and the reason why he fell in the draft and the collusion and all that. So I might try to set that up for next weekend. I'll see. But you came in here late, but we getting off. But yeah, don't do that. Don't listen to KD. But I appreciate y'all, boy. Enjoy that music. You know how we ride out like that. Bet.
Watch me fly, watch me fly. Helen. Watch me fly, watch me fly. Y'all still think I'm just Prime's kid. Check the stats on what legendary is. From HBCU nights to the league's big stage. I ain't skip steps, I embrace the cake. Perfect timing, I love is grind. Wrote my name in the stars, now it's signed. Every down, every snap, I pray. Cause I know legends get crowned on game day. Legendary, yeah. Legendary, yeah. Dropping dimes, came from the mud, now I'm ready. Legendary, talk to 'em. Legendary, let's ride. Huh. Chain on frost, but the fire won't die. QB1, that's me in the sky. I'm legendary. Watch me fly, watch me fly, watch me fly, watch me fly. Watch me fly, watch me fly, watch me fly, watch me fly.
Legacy don't come in a jersey. It comes in moments. I'm not just wearing the name. I'm living it.
Legendary, 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 legendary. 12 on my back, cold in my veins, gold in my chains, fire in my brain. This ain't hype, it's divine design. Legendary now, it's my time. Legendary.